Hey, how's it going, you guys? It's me, Dion, again. I'm here to do another video. We're gonna try to make this thing good. um, Now I'm not the kind of guy that says like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff. And if you want to, great. If not, I'm still fine because my only goal is to just provide information. That's just what I just want to do. I just want to help you. You can't see my hands. I want to help you when it comes to trucking. I want to help you when it comes to being a tanker driver, since that's what I'm doing now. I did van over the road and a dedicated account. I was on the van side about a little less than 3 years, and now I am on the tanker side. Now I've been doing the tanker side of things for Schneider about a year, a little less than a year now, and I have to say that this is awesome. I love tankers. For me, I got bored with the van side. It was the same thing over and over again. Whether I was going to the shipper or going to the receiver, same as that thing. I'm go to the customer. Hey, I'm here, and they say, okay, well, go into door number 5, and you go back outside. You open up your doors. Slide your tandems. If you had a heavy load, back into the door, bump it, whatever. Park your brakes and wait on them to load you or unload you, and they knock on the side of the trailer, or they come outside and say, hey, come on, get your paperwork. You go inside and you sign whatever, and then you leave, and then you do the exact same thing to the with the receiver. It's the same as that thing. So whether you be driving 1,000 miles or you're driving like 200 miles, you're doing the exact same thing. For me, that got boring over time. The first maybe 6 months to a year or so, it was kind of fun because I would be outside, I'd be doing a pre-trip, whatever, or just walking to my truck, and I just kind of stop and just look up and say, wow, I drive this. You're looking up because it's like, wow, I drive this, and then you look at that trailer, that 53-foot trailer, and you look, wow, look at what I do, and then you sit there and you think about everything that you've hauled in the past. So like for me, I've hauled soft drinks, I've hauled tissue, I've hauled baby wipes, I've hauled Pampers, I've hauled fences, gates, I've hauled stone, basically anything and everything out there. I've hauled old car parts, I've just stuff, different things, So somebody called, and then Schneider told me, go haul it. I did it, But over time, it got boring because it was just the same old, same old. So then eventually, I got off of being over the road, and I went on a dedicated account. And at the beginning, it was okay, it was okay. But then it turned into something where it was like, okay, I'm supposed to be local, supposed to be home every night, supposed to be off on the weekends, and I've worked 2 weeks straight now, and I've been living in my truck, haven't been home for 2 weeks straight, So then I was like, okay, well, I'm doing a local route, which means I'm getting paid less because I am local, and I expect to be home, but I expect to be paid less because I am local, but this just isn't working out. So I said, if I'm going to live in my truck like I have been for several weeks, I'm going to go ahead and go back over the road. But if I'm going back over the road, I want to make more money. So I said, well, you know what? I guess the only thing I can do is tankers. So I transferred into tankers, and it's crazy because when I first started driving trucks, the first thing I said was, I'm hazmat? What? No. I could die. No. Tankers? Whoa. No. I could die. I'm not doing tankers. Now I'm doing hazmat, and I'm doing tankers, and all I can say is this is awesome. This is awesome. Cause it is. It's so awesome because it's different. And for me, I can think, it's like, wow, if I press this button, what's it going to do? Well, there's a positive or there's a negative. Let me get into more detail. If I open up my air, what's going to happen? Well, then the next question is, okay, is there air inside of it? Is it pressurized or is it not? If the answer is no, it's not pressurized, well, then nothing happens. Good, If it is pressurized, what's going to happen? Was it's going to pop off and explode in my face in a sense, So what do? Release the pressure. How do I do that? Well, I release pressure by doing such and such, So it's more of a thinking man's job, and for me, that's perfect because my mind is constantly rolling. It's constantly thinking. It's constantly wanting to analyze and be meticulous about every little thing in detail. Well, if I do this, it's going to do this. But if I change it slightly, it might do this here. But then again, when that happens, this might happen. But if that happens, then that's going to happen. But if that happens, then that's going to happen. That's how my mind works. It's like this explosion of possibilities of what could happen. And so for me, tankers is awesome. I love it. And I'm going to suggest that if you were thinking about doing tankers, and you may be apprehensive about doing tankers because of the hazmat, and because of the fact that it is tankers and it is liquid cargo, don't hesitate. Get into it, because if you're anything like me, it's fun. It is absolutely fun. It is fun. So get in here, get your training. You're going to be all right, right? So right now, I'm in training for TE, which means training engineer, which means that I will be training new students as to how to, go into, okay, back up. Let's back up here. Okay, so there's 3 versions of like training, as I understand it. First version is you're a brand new student. You've never driven a truck before. You've never slept in a truck overnight. You've never fueled it up. You've never done anything at all. All that you've really done is gone to school to learn how to drive a truck. But aside from that, you have no experience. So you're considered to be non-experienced driver, right? So you would learn at some sort of trucking school or a community college, get that experience, and then come into Schneider. And then with Schneider, you as a brand new student, never done anything at all, your training is about 5 weeks. If you're already experienced, which means that you drove for another company, whatever, or you drive for Schneider and you're just transferring over, but you have experience driving trucks, you're experienced. Your training is about 3 weeks. And then they have another class, which is just for the lease operators, owner operators. I'm not entirely sure about you guys, but I believe that you guys are about 3 weeks as well. And so what Schneider's going to do is basically get you in there. You'll still be separated, but they'll get you in there. Let's see. For me, I came on as experienced, and when it came down to maneuvering and driving, stuff like that, whatever, they didn't put us in the same class with the brand new students because they had to learn that stuff. I didn't, but they did combine us when it came to learning how to do the pump and loads and air unload and all that stuff, that I don't know and they don't know. That's when they combined us. I will say though that they didn't combine us with the lease operators, so I don't know anything about them at all, but the experienced drivers and the brand new students, they combined us for that aspect, which again, just the pump and load, air unload, we all learned that stuff at the same time. So after you go through training, you as a brand new student, I believe it's your 2nd or 3rd week. I don't know which week it is specifically, but your 2nd or 3rd week, you're going to go out onto the road into the real world, also known as uncontrolled environment, with a TE. So that TE, training engineer, that guy or girl, woman, you're going to learn stuff that you won't learn at the OC. You're going to learn stuff out there that you're going to learn the exact same thing. What they're going to do is basically clarify and reconfirm, in a sense, what you've learned in class. That's the whole point. But you get to see it in like situations where it's not really controlled, So you driving on the road, you can't control these dudes out here, that just speed right by you, You can't control that. and that's something that you'll have to learn. You can't control how, other people will talk to you. That's just something that you'll have to learn how to deal with. When you go to certain customers and how they may act, or how they may say things. You know what I mean? Back here at the OC, everybody's nice and everything, but out there, in some cases, they don't care, and you got to learn how to deal with that, So I guess what I'm saying is that you'll be out there, and you'll have access to things that you just won't learn back at the OC while you're in training, So my job as a TE is to basically teach you all this stuff. I'm going to go into more detail about, your hours, trip planning, the Qualcomm, how you ask for this, how you fuel, how you plan your day out. Well, trip planning, everything that I know essentially is what I want to teach you, and that's what it comes down to. But instead of us being in a safe environment, you out here, out on the road, and you're learning it firsthand, like right there. And it's not just you and like several other guys here. It's just me and you. You're getting one-on-one training with somebody who knows what they're doing. They've been out here. They've got experience. They hopefully they want you to know everything that they know. I'm gonna tell you right now. For me, and it's not just because of Schneider, but for me, I know what it's like when I was brand new. I know what that's like, and I know what it's like to see something that needs fixed, but you have no idea what needs. You have no idea how to fix it. So for me, I want you to hit the ground running when you get your own truck, right? So in order for you to hit the ground running when you get your own truck, that means I need to teach you everything as much as I can teach you everything that I know, so that when you get out there, and when you're not sitting around as much, and therefore you're making more money because I taught you everything that I know. I hope you know. So that's my goal. So after a few weeks, you're out on the road with a TE. If you're experienced, you're basically gonna have somebody local, because you already know how to drive, you already know how to fuel, you already know how to do all that stuff. So they don't have to worry about that at all. So basically, you'll be home every night. The only thing that you'll have to have experience with is basically, real unloads, and depending on the customers that you get, you might not have an unload. You just might not, so these loads that you get when you're with the TE, whether you're local or you're over the road, these are real loads. These are real customers that we're going to. These are real situations that we are involved in. We're doing it, and you're right there with me, and I'm with you, and I'm guiding you in a sense as to what you should do, what you should say, what to look for, how to handle this, how to handle that. That's my job, is to guide you, to prepare you for when you're out here on the road by yourself. That's my job, and I'm kind of excited about that. I'm a little fearful too, but I am excited about it too. So that's what happened. So anyway, so you're out on the road with the TE, and then after a few weeks, you come back and you basically show the guys here what you know, what you learned, and hopefully you learned everything. You're supposed to learn everything the right way, Schneider's way. That's the goal. And depending on how well that you do things, you'll either basically pass or fail. If you've been taught, hint, hint, open book test. You can have your sheet, open book. So you shouldn't fail. And I promise you, as long as you go by everything, it's right there, you're going to be okay, But at the same time, get to the point where you're not having to use this line by line, unhook this. Okay, gotta go unhook, and then drive off. Okay, I gotta drive off now. Read everything in like groups. Unhook, drive off. Okay, cool. Unhook, drive off. Done. So anyway, I think I'm starting to go off on the deep end a little bit here. But so you come in as a brand new driver anyway. You basically come in and you get training, and then after 1 or 2 weeks, I don't know what it is, you're out on the road with a TE for 2 weeks. All right, for 2 weeks you're out there. Now understand this: I've got a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia, so whoever comes on with me, you're getting into a brand new 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. It's got a fridge in it, just in case someone might be watching this that gets on with me. It's got a fridge in it. Not a huge fridge, but it's got a fridge, so we can keep some drinks in there, get some food. We should be okay, right? Just a side note. But also know too though that it'll be a little tight. The room inside of this is a little more congested compared to, like, say, the 2016 or the 2017 model of the Freightliner Cascadia. So just understand that, but 2 weeks. You can last 2 weeks. We're gonna make it, right? I believe in you, YouTube viewer who might be signing on with Schneider. I believe in you. So let's do it. It's gonna be fun. Just have fun with this, man. Just have fun with this, But yeah, so you're out here for a few weeks and you come back and you show off what you've learned, and you get more training. And if you want more training or you feel like you need more training, they'll do that for you. So whereas you would have been there for 5 weeks, maybe you've extended out to 6 weeks because you want more training. Whatever you want to do, Schneider will do for you, as long as you're putting in the work, as long as you're willing to make it happen, as long as you have that passion and that desire to succeed, you're gonna be okay. Schneider will help you. They will help you. So yeah, so that's just a basic rundown of what goes on into training. Hope y'all don't hear that. That's just a basic foundation as what happens. And yeah. So that's it. So my legs are getting tired. Don't tell my wife that I'm sitting on the floor, in case she doesn't see this. But I'm on the floor. I'm gonna take a shower now. Oh my gosh. Cut off the circulation. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh.